Imagine holding in your hand a coin that seems ordinary, tucked away in a dusty old jar or hiding in the corner of your wallet. At first glance, it's just a tiny piece of copper, a 1960 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But what if I told you that this small, unassuming coin could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth? Yes, from pocket change to millions, the journey of a single coin is filled with excitement, possibility, and yes, a little urgency. Today, we are diving deep into the world of rare coins, uncovering the secrets of the 1960 Lincoln penny, its errors, its value, and how it could transform your life. So, stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change everything you thought you knew about coins. Let's start with a question. Have you ever wondered why some coins are worth thousands, even millions, while others remain just coins? The difference often lies in rarity, history, and sometimes, a tiny manufacturing mistake that makes all the difference. The 1960 Lincoln penny is one such coin. Minted in Denver, this penny carries a fascinating story of craftsmanship, errors, and collectability that has captivated coin collectors for decades. But here's the twist, not every 1960 penny is extraordinary. It's the ones with specific errors that command enormous sums at auctions, drawing attention from collectors willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history. Now, picture this, the year is 1960. The United States is experiencing a time of great change. The economy is growing, families are expanding, and pennies like this one are circulating everywhere. But somewhere along the production line in Denver, a tiny error occurred, a doubling of the date, a misplaced mint mark, or perhaps a slight strike anomaly. To the untrained eye, it's almost invisible. But to the right collector, this imperfection makes it priceless. Isn't it amazing how something so small can hold such incredible potential? Before we go deeper, let me ask you, have you ever checked your own coin collection? Those pennies you've held onto for years might just be hiding treasures. Think about the last time you emptied your pockets, only to toss coins into a jar. Could that jar hold a fortune? Could the coins you've overlooked be worth far more than you ever imagined? If you've ever dreamt of turning small change into life-changing money, now is the time to pay attention. The allure of rare coins is undeniable. There's something thrilling about discovering value in the unexpected. The 1960 Lincoln penny is particularly desirable because of its limited mintage and its unique errors. Coins with double dies or misplaced mint marks are exceptionally rare, and when they surface, the market reacts quickly. Collectors scramble, auctions heat up, and prices skyrocket. In fact, some 1960 Lincoln pennies have sold for extraordinary sums, rivaling other high-demand collectibles. The lesson here is simple. Knowing what to look for can turn ordinary coins into a goldmine. You might be thinking, okay, but how do I even know if my penny has one of these errors? That's a great question. First, you'll need to understand what makes a coin valuable. Look closely at the date and mint mark. Are the numbers unusually thick, doubled, or misaligned? Examine the surface of the coin. Does it show signs of overstriking or a weak strike in certain areas? These subtle differences are exactly what collectors hunt for. Sometimes, the error is barely visible to the naked eye, and that's where professional grading services come in. A certified grading can confirm authenticity, condition, and rarity, which in turn drives up the coin's market value. Speaking of value, let's address the part everyone is curious about: just how much can a 1960 Lincoln penny with an error be worth? While ordinary coins are worth their face value, the right error can catapult a penny into astonishing territory. Auctions, both online and in person, have seen these pennies fetch maximum dollar amounts that most people would never expect. And here's the kicker: some of these coins are still sitting quietly in collections, jars, and drawers, waiting to be discovered. Could your change jar be hiding a small fortune? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? Now, I want to pause for a moment and ask you something a bit playful. Have you ever held a coin and thought, this little thing could actually be my ticket to a yacht or a vacation home? It sounds wild, but in the world of rare coins, it's entirely possible. That's the beauty of it. Pennies, dimes, and quarters are not just currency, they are miniature time capsules. They carry stories, history, and yes, sometimes, a fortune. Let's talk about urgency. The market for rare coins moves fast. Once a high-value penny is discovered, news spreads quickly, and collectors act immediately. Waiting too long can mean missing the perfect selling opportunity. That's why it's essential to know how to sell old and rare coins in the US. Whether through reputable auction houses, private collectors, or online marketplaces, the key is to connect with buyers who understand the true value of what you have. And here's a question for you: have you considered what your selling strategy would be? Do you know how to maximize your profit while ensuring authenticity and security in the transaction? If not, learning this now could save you thousands, or even tens of thousands, later. But let's take a step back. How did coins like the 1960 Lincoln penny become so valuable in the first place? Beyond errors, rarity is influenced by mintage numbers, historical context, and demand among collectors. The Lincoln penny itself is iconic, with Abraham Lincoln's profile symbolizing integrity and perseverance. That symbolism, combined with the thrill of collecting, creates a high-demand market where serious collectors are eager to pay a premium. Every small detail, every mark, every doubling, every minting nuance, adds to the story and the value. And here's the truth: not everyone knows this. That's why discovering and understanding these coins can put you ahead of the curve. Here's a question that many viewers have asked: how do you actually turn a rare penny into real money? The first step is evaluation. Identify whether your coin is truly a collectible, and get it professionally graded. Next, research its current market value, check recent auction results, consult coin experts, and understand the demand for your specific era. Once you know what you have, the next step is selling. Should you go through a local auction shop, a private dealer, or an online marketplace? Each has its advantages, but the goal is to ensure you reach buyers willing to pay maximum dollar amounts for your rare find. Now, a little humor to reset your attention. Have you ever thought, I used to just throw pennies on the floor, and now I could be sitting on a treasure trove? It's funny how life works that way. What seems mundane can suddenly become extraordinary. That's the thrill of collecting coins and understanding their true value. And it's not just about money, it's about the excitement of discovery, the joy of uncovering hidden history, and the pride of holding something rare and coveted in your hand. Returning to our story, imagine the thrill of seeing your 1960 Lincoln penny, with its subtle yet valuable error, featured in an auction. Collectors around the country compete for it, and bids rise higher than you ever imagined. That moment of realization, that a coin you might have overlooked is worth maximum dollars, is nothing short of exhilarating. And here's a question to reflect on: how would you feel seeing your simple penny turn into a significant life-changing sum? Would you feel excitement, pride, disbelief? Probably all three, and rightly so. But what if I told you that this very penny could be your ticket from ordinary life to extraordinary wealth? Welcome to the fascinating world of the 1969 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny era, a coin that's turning everyday Americans into millionaires, almost overnight. This is not just another collectible story. This is about transformation, about uncovering hidden treasures in the most mundane places, and about the thrill of holding a piece of history that could be worth more than you ever imagined. You might be asking yourself, how do I know if my coins are valuable? How can I turn something as common as pocket change into a fortune? And that's exactly what we're going to explore today, step by step, story by story, from discovery to selling at maximum value. Let's start at the beginning, because every great journey begins with a single moment of realization. Picture a US mint in 1969, where coins are being produced in millions. The Lincoln cent, that tiny copper masterpiece featuring Honest Abe, rolls off the presses day after day. Yet, in the midst of this routine, a handful of coins emerge with subtle mistakes, misstruck details, doubled images, off-center prints. These aren't defects, they're opportunities, tiny anomalies that can carry enormous financial potential decades later. The 1969 Lincoln penny is special. Not only does it carry the prestige of the Denver Mint, but the D mint mark signals something unique for collectors. And when an error occurs, a doubled die, a misaligned strike, the coin moves from being a simple penny to an artifact of intense desire. Now, I can almost hear your thoughts. A penny? Really? How could a penny be worth a fortune? Let me pause here and ask you this: if I handed you a coin that could sell for tens of thousands of dollars today, would you keep scrolling, or would you stop and look more closely? Here's where the first act hooks you. You see, the excitement comes from the discovery, from that electric moment when you realize you might be holding something extraordinary. Imagine holding a coin that was minted during the height of a turbulent era in American history, a coin that's been circulating quietly for decades, and then discovering that collectors are willing to pay a premium, sometimes even a fortune, to own it. The fear of missing out, that primal instinct that makes us act fast when opportunity knocks, is real, and it's why these coins sell quickly once identified, and let's be honest, the thrill is addictive. Once you learn about one coin, your eyes start scanning your pocket change, your drawers, even the corners of your couch cushions. Could this be my lucky day, you wonder? And the answer could very well be yes. Many Americans have stumbled onto wealth just like this, an ordinary moment leading to extraordinary outcomes. The 1969 D. Lincoln penny error is highly sought after in today's collector's market because its rarity makes it exceptionally desirable. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of opportunity, a bridge from ordinary life to financial excitement. But what exactly makes this coin so valuable? Why are collectors and investors scrambling for it? The answer lies in scarcity and perfection. Even the tiniest imperfection on a coin can elevate its value astronomically. Imagine holding a coin that not only tells a story but also carries a tangible financial promise. When sold at auctions, these pennies can reach maximum dollar value, sometimes far exceeding what anyone thought possible. And here's a question for you: have you ever considered that the coins you toss in your spare change jar might be worth more than a car, or even a small house? Now, before you start running to the nearest coin shop, let's talk about something crucial: recognition. Not all coins with a D mark from 1969 are automatically valuable. You need to understand the subtle markers, the telltale signs that turn a regular penny into a gem. Look for double dies, noticeable strike errors, or unusual imprints. It takes a keen eye, but this is exactly where the excitement and urgency come in. Once you identify a coin like this, every second counts because collectors worldwide are constantly hunting for these rare pieces. You might be thinking, how do I even start selling a coin like this? Can I trust an auction? What about my local coin dealer? These are valid questions because in the world of rare coins, knowledge is power. Selling a 1969 D. Lincoln penny error requires strategic action. You want to ensure your coin is authenticated, graded, and presented in the best possible way. Auction houses like Heritage or Stack's Bowers are renowned for offering coins their true market value, sometimes achieving jaw-dropping results. And yes, the thrill of watching a hammer fall and seeing your coin fetch tens of thousands of dollars, or even more, is a moment you'll never forget. Let's add a little humor here because treasure hunting should be fun too. Imagine showing your spouse a jar of pennies and saying, "Honey, I think we might be millionaires." There's a pause, a skeptical look, and then perhaps, disbelief. And then, reality hits when a professional appraisal confirms it. That's the kind of excitement that these coins bring. They turn ordinary life into a story of possibility, of adventure, and yes, sometimes a little laughter. Now, moving into the second act, the deeper story unfolds. The journey from holding a coin to realizing its value is full of lessons about patience, research, and timing. Many people make the mistake of rushing, trying to sell too quickly or to the wrong buyer, and losing out on maximum profit. But the savvy collector knows to wait, to understand the market, and to recognize when the timing is perfect. You see, these coins are in high demand, not just because they're rare, but because the thrill of owning a piece of history carries emotional weight. When someone buys a 1969 D. Lincoln penny error, they're not just buying a coin, they're buying a story, a piece of the American legacy, and the chance to hold a treasure that few will ever touch. And here's where your curiosity kicks in: how do I even find more coins like this? Can my other pocket change be a hidden fortune? Absolutely. Every coin has potential. Every error, every anomaly, can be a stepping stone to wealth. It's about seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary, about training your eye to recognize value where others see only change. Imagine going through your collection and discovering another rare coin, another potential life changer. That feeling, the rush of anticipation, the possibility of instant wealth, is addictive. Let's pause for a pattern interrupt. Quick question: have you ever checked the bottom of your couch cushions for spare change, only to find a few pennies and think, nothing here? Well, my friend, one of those pennies could be a 1969 D Lincoln penny error waiting to make history, and maybe even make you a fortune. It's wild to think about, isn't it? And now we approach the climax, the third act, the selling, the realization, the fulfillment of potential. You found your coin, identified it, researched it, and now it's time to unleash its value. This is where fear and excitement combine: fear of selling too soon or to the wrong buyer, excitement for the financial possibilities that lie ahead. By going through proper channels, certified auction houses, reputable coin dealers, and professional grading services, you're setting yourself up to achieve maximum dollar value. Every step you take, from authentication to auction, increases both your confidence and your financial reward. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, so small it almost slips through your fingers, yet so valuable that it could change your life forever. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in the United States, the 1971 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin with a rare error that collectors are practically fighting over. Yes, the same coin that might be lying forgotten in your drawer, your change jar, or even the pocket of your old jeans, could be worth a fortune, enough to make some people rethink everything they thought they knew about wealth and opportunity. But before you rush to empty your piggy bank, let's explore why this coin is in such high demand, what makes it extraordinary, and how ordinary Americans are turning pocket change into life-changing wealth. The story begins with one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Lincoln cent. Designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, the Lincoln penny has been an emblem of American pride for over a century. But as the years passed, minor errors and anomalies started appearing in the minting process. These errors, often overlooked at first glance, are what transformed a simple penny into a collector's dream. And in 1971, something extraordinary happened at the San Francisco Mint. A small batch of pennies emerged with subtle, yet unmistakable errors, creating a ripple effect in the numismatic world. These errors are not just printing mistakes, they are the rare fingerprints of history, moments frozen in time, waiting to be recognized and valued. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is the error on this 1971 Lincoln penny, and why does it command such astronomical attention? Here's where things get fascinating. These coins can feature double dies, repunched mint marks, or even off-center strikes. To the untrained eye, they might appear just like any other penny, but to collectors and investors, they are treasures hiding in plain sight. Imagine the excitement of sifting through a jar of coins and suddenly spotting a penny that could be worth thousands of dollars. How would that change your outlook on your pocket change? How many of us have tossed coins into a jar, unknowingly holding a fortune in our hands? This is the very thrill that drives collectors to hunt for rare errors like the 1971 Lincoln cent. Here's a question for you. Have you ever wondered how something so small, so seemingly insignificant, could transform into unimaginable wealth? It's not just about the metal or the design, it's about rarity, demand, and historical significance. The 1971 mint mark Lincoln penny error isn't just rare because of its mistake, it's rare because collectors recognize its story, its uniqueness, and its potential. These pennies have become hot commodities, appearing in auctions, private sales, and specialized coin shops across the country. And when they appear, the bidding can become intense. People are willing to pay top dollar because they know the value is not just in the coin itself, it's in the status, the history, and the possibility of turning a small investment into a life-altering gain. Now, let's pause for a second. Imagine me telling you this while you're sipping your morning coffee. A penny, no bigger than your fingernail, sitting quietly in your drawer, could be worth more than your monthly rent. Shocking, right? And if you're thinking, well, this doesn't apply to me, consider this: many Americans have unknowingly built fortunes simply by collecting and selling rare coins. In fact, the 1971 Lincoln penny era has a growing reputation as one of the most undervalued treasures in circulation. So, here's the million-dollar question: how do you turn these pennies into actual cash? How do you sell old and rare coins in the USA and get the best price, especially when you hold something as rare as this mint mark era? Selling coins isn't just about dropping them off at a local shop. There's a strategy, an art to it. First, you need to authenticate the coin. Experts look at the mint mark, the strike, and even microscopic details to confirm its rarity. Then, it's about timing. The market for rare coins fluctuates based on collector interest, historical events, and even global economic trends. And finally, it's about finding the right buyer, someone who understands the value, someone willing to pay what the coin is truly worth. Whether through specialized auction houses, private collectors, or online marketplaces, there are proven ways to turn what might seem like a simple penny into a staggering fortune. And yes, these coins can sell for tens of thousands of dollars if they are in excellent condition and feature the sought-after era. How many times have you wished your spare change could work as hard as you do? This is that opportunity in its purest form. Let's talk excitement for a moment. Think about this: one coin could completely transform your financial story. And the thrill isn't just in the money, it's in the hunt. Searching through coins, recognizing errors, and knowing that you are holding something extremely rare, it's an adrenaline rush for collectors and investors alike. And here's a humorous thought: if your dog ever ate one of these pennies, you might find yourself seriously reconsidering letting him chew on your spare change. But all jokes aside, this excitement is real, tangible, and potentially life-changing. But here's where fear and urgency come into play. These coins are not getting any more plentiful. Each year, fewer errors survive, and collectors are becoming more savvy. If you have a 1971 Lincoln penny era in your collection, now is the time to take action. Every moment you wait, someone else might be the one to unlock its hidden value. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to miss an opportunity that could have been life-altering? The scarcity of these coins creates a sense of urgency, compelling collectors and investors to act quickly, lest they watch a fortune slip through their fingers. Let's weave this together. The story of the 1971 mint mark Lincoln penny era is more than just coins. It's about possibility, discovery, and transformation. It starts with curiosity, examining your change, spotting an anomaly, recognizing a hidden story. Then comes excitement, the moment you realize the significance of what you hold, imagining the auctions, the collectors, the history. And finally, action, the decision to sell, to transform a small coin into a substantial fortune, to step into a world where ordinary pocket change becomes extraordinary wealth. Isn't that the kind of story we all dream about? From pocket changes to millions, this is a real-life opportunity, tangible and attainable. Now, I have to ask, how many coins have you overlooked? How many forgotten treasures are waiting in your home, ready to become your personal ticket to financial freedom? Have you ever wondered how other Americans are turning old, rare coins into life-changing wealth? The process isn't magical, it's methodical. It's about knowing the coins, understanding the market, connecting with buyers, and taking calculated action. And yes, there is a thrill in knowing that one small decision, choosing to explore your collection, to authenticate and sell, could fundamentally change your life. Imagine the scene: a quiet auction house, the gavel poised, eyes locked on a single coin. That coin, a 1971 Lincoln penny era, is about to sell for an astonishing sum. The room holds its collective breath, and then, sold. The value? Maximum dollars. Every coin tells a story, and this one tells a story of opportunity, strategy, and life-changing discovery. And you could be the one holding the next story, the next fortune, the next symbol of rare wealth. So, here's the takeaway: if you have coins, especially from 1971, especially the mint mark Lincoln pennies, don't ignore them. They could be your hidden treasure. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1978 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. But this isn't just about collecting coins, it's about discovering hidden treasures, unlocking financial opportunities, and transforming something as simple as pocket change into a story of fortune and legacy. The 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a legend in the world of numismatics. This small copper disc carries a powerful secret. Most pennies minted in 1978 have either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the rare no-mint mark varieties are extremely scarce. And scarcity, as any collector or investor will tell you, is what turns a simple coin into a treasure of immense value. Imagine walking past a pile of coins in your drawer, not realizing that one of them could be worth more than a car, or even a house. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's the magic of rare coins. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I even know if my coin is valuable? Or perhaps, how do people turn coins into life-changing money? These are the exact questions that spark curiosity, excitement, and sometimes, a little fear, the fear of missing out. Every year, countless people unknowingly discard valuable coins, letting history slip through their fingers. But you, right now, are taking a step into a world where knowledge equals opportunity. Imagine holding a coin that, in the right market, could fetch maximum dollar value. That dream starts with recognizing rarity, understanding errors, and knowing where to sell. Let's take a closer look at what makes the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so extraordinary. First, the no-mint mark itself is the anomaly. The U.S. Mint typically marked coins with either a D or S to indicate where they were produced. Finding a coin without this mark from that year is like finding a missing piece of a historical puzzle. But the story doesn't end there. Errors during the minting process, subtle misstrikes, and variations in the metal can elevate the coin's value even further. Think about it, a single penny, produced over 4 decades ago, holding secrets that only the most discerning collectors can recognize. Can you feel the excitement building? At this point, you might be wondering, how do I even sell such a coin if I find one, or where do I go to get the maximum value for this hidden treasure? Selling rare coins isn't like selling a used car or a piece of furniture. It's about finding the right buyers, understanding market demand, and choosing the best platform, whether that's an auction house, a dedicated coin dealer, or an online marketplace with verified collectors. And here's the most important part: patience and timing are everything. A well-placed penny today could become a goldmine tomorrow. Have you ever imagined your pocket change transforming into an auction-winning sale? But let's pause for a moment. Picture the journey of this coin. From the moment it was minted in 1978, it passed through countless hands, probably unnoticed, tucked into purses, wallets, and jars on mantles. Each touch, each passage adds a layer of history, making it not just valuable monetarily, but historically significant. Now, as it rests in your hands, it holds the potential to change a life. And isn't that what all of us are searching for, opportunity waiting quietly, ready to be discovered? Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever stopped to consider how many people have passed up coins like this, unaware of their true worth? Every coin you overlook could be someone else's fortune. But here's the exciting part: you don't have to be an expert to start. With a little guidance, some research, and the right questions, you can identify coins with real value. Questions like, is this coin from 1978 without a mint mark, or does this penny have any noticeable errors or misstrikes, can be your starting point. These questions aren't just curiosity, they're the first steps on the path from ordinary to extraordinary. And let's be honest, this isn't just about money. It's about legacy, history, and excitement. Imagine attending an auction and seeing a 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny sell for maximum dollar value, the crowd's excitement echoing through the room. That could be your coin, your moment. People live their entire lives chasing opportunities like this, yet here you are, armed with knowledge, ready to take action. Isn't that thrilling? Here's a pattern interrupt for you. Did you ever think a tiny penny could cause more adrenaline than a roller coaster? Seriously, the thrill of discovering a valuable coin is unlike any other. It's the perfect mix of fear, excitement, and opportunity, the fear of missing out, the excitement of discovery, and the opportunity to turn a simple coin into significant wealth. And the truth is, thousands of people across the United States are waking up every day and asking the same questions you're asking right now: how to sell old rare coins, how to make money from coins, how to turn pocket change into millions. Speaking of selling, let's explore how to maximize your coin's potential. First, evaluation. Always get a professional appraisal or consult a trusted numismatist. This is your foundation. Next, authentication. Buyers are willing to pay a premium for verified coins, especially ones like the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. And finally, the marketplace. Auction houses, online platforms, and high-end coin dealers are your allies. And remember, every moment counts. Market trends fluctuate, demand rises and falls, and rare coins are often sold in heated auctions where timing is everything. The urgency isn't just a tactic, it's reality. Are you ready to take that step? Now, let's tie it all together. Think back to every coin you've ever collected, every penny you've ever dropped into a jar. Could one of them be your ticket to life-changing wealth? Could it be the coin that makes collectors and investors sit up in awe, ready to pay maximum dollar? The 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just rare, it's in high demand. It's a tangible piece of history, a rare anomaly, and a potentially life-changing investment. And the beauty of it is, you don't have to chase every coin. You just need to recognize the right ones, and take action when opportunity knocks. So, I ask you again, how would it feel to discover a coin that could fetch thousands of dollars at auction? To hold a piece of history in your hand and know that it's worth more than its weight in copper? To transform something as ordinary as pocket change into extraordinary wealth? This isn't a dream. It's reality waiting for those who are curious, vigilant, and ready to act. And for the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, that reality could mean maximum dollar value, a coin worth tens of thousands, and a story you'll tell for generations. That if there's one thing you take away today, let it be this: opportunity is everywhere, sometimes hidden in plain sight. From jars of pennies to dusty drawers, from forgotten collections to auction houses, history is waiting to reward those who seek it. Ask the questions, investigate, and take action. How to sell old rare coins. How to make money from coins. How to turn pocket change into millions. The answers are out there, and your next step could be the one that changes everything. We are diving deep into one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting, the 2002 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. What if I told you that this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth a fortune, and that people across the United States are clamoring to get their hands on it? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might see your pocket change in an entirely new light. Let's start at the beginning. The year 2002 was a significant one for the United States Mint. Lincoln pennies, which had been circulating for decades, were still being minted with precision, but in rare cases, errors occurred. The no-mint Mark Lincoln cent from 2002 is one of those extraordinary errors. Why does this matter? Well, the absence of a mint mark means that the coin was intended to be a standard Philadelphia issue, but some coins slipped through the minting process with subtle variations that make them extraordinarily rare. And when rarity meets demand, magic happens in the coin world. Now, picture this: a coin you thought was just a penny suddenly becomes a ticket to wealth. Collectors and investors alike are on a relentless hunt for coins like the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent. It's not just about the metal or the design, it's about scarcity, history, and potential. Imagine someone pulling this coin from their wallet and realizing it could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. The excitement is palpable, and honestly, who wouldn't want to hold a coin that is both a piece of American history and a potential fortune? Here's a question for you: have you ever wondered how ordinary coins turn into extraordinary assets? How does something that costs 1 cent become a collectible worth thousands? The answer lies in understanding errors, mintage variations, and market demand. Coins with minting errors like the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent are highly sought after because they are extremely rare. Some are so rare that even seasoned collectors would pay a premium to add them to their collection. And here's where the urgency kicks in: every day, more of these coins are being discovered, sold, or locked away in private collections. The window of opportunity is narrowing, and those who act quickly are the ones who profit the most. You might be thinking, okay, but how do I even know if I have one of these coins? And if I do, how do I sell it? These are excellent questions, and they're the same questions every collector asks when they stumble upon a coin that could change their financial future. First, authenticating your coin is critical. Professionals can verify whether your 2002 Lincoln cent truly has no mint mark, which instantly sets it apart from standard pennies. Then comes grading. Coins are graded on a scale that evaluates their condition, from poor to flawless. A coin in pristine condition can fetch exponentially more money than one that is worn or damaged, but let's step back for a moment. Imagine holding a coin and realizing you have the chance to transform your financial landscape. That feeling, that rush, is exactly why collectors pay such high prices at auctions. And yes, auctions are the battlefield where fortunes are made. Whether you're selling through an online auction, a specialized coin auction house, or a private collector, the right approach can make the difference between getting a few dollars or cashing in on a life-changing sum. Some coins like the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln cent have sold for amounts that most people only dream about. It's a thrilling thought. The coin you might have overlooked could be your very own golden ticket. Now, let me reset your attention for a moment. Have you ever thought about how many coins in your pocket right now could be hiding enormous value? Take a look at that jar of pennies on your counter or the coins rattling around in your car. One of those small discs could be your next big payday. And here's the kicker, most people simply don't know. They spend decades throwing away potential wealth because they assume a penny is just a penny. Don't let that be you. The power of knowing your coin's value is immense. In fact, the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln cent is in such high demand that serious collectors compete fiercely for every available coin. There's a thrill in knowing that you hold something almost no one else has. And that excitement is contagious. People don't just buy coins, they invest in history, in rarity, in legacy. When you hold such a coin, you are holding a piece of America's story, a small artifact that has the potential to reshape your financial future. But how does the selling process actually work? How do you ensure that your coin reaches the right buyer and fetches its maximum value? First, you need to consult trusted coin dealers or auction houses who specialize in rare U.S. coins. They have the networks, expertise, and market knowledge to place your coin in front of serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. You might also consider professional coin grading services. These evaluations provide authenticity and condition reports, which are critical when selling high-value coins. Remember, a coin's true worth is revealed when it's in the hands of someone who recognizes its rarity and is willing to pay for it. Here's a thought-provoking question. What if that jar of pennies in your home contains a coin worth more than your monthly mortgage? It's not just a fantasy. Many Americans have discovered that coins they casually collected over decades have turned into significant financial windfalls. From pocket change to millions, the journey is entirely possible, and it begins with awareness and action. Let's not forget the emotional side of collecting and selling rare coins. There is an undeniable thrill in hunting, discovering, and ultimately monetizing a coin that has eluded others for decades. It's a combination of fear, excitement, and urgency that makes this world so magnetic. Fear, because if you don't act, someone else might snatch up that rare coin. Excitement, because you never know if the next coin you uncover could be your jackpot. Urgency, because rare coins are finite, and the market is always moving. For the astute collector, timing is everything. Now, let's weave this all together. The 2002 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny isn't just a coin, it's an opportunity. It's a testament to the value hidden in everyday objects and a reminder that wealth can sometimes be found where we least expect it. If you hold this coin, or even just a few pennies that could include one, the potential is staggering. Your path from ordinary collector to someone who sells rare coins for life-changing sums starts with recognition, authentication, and strategic selling. The story of this coin is the story of possibility itself. Before we wrap up, ask yourself this: how will you treat the coins in your life going forward? Will you let them slip by, or will you seize the opportunity that many overlook? How can you sell old rare coins in the US to get maximum value? Could your next discovery be sitting quietly in your change jar, waiting for you to notice it? How do collectors evaluate, bid, and secure these valuable coins at auctions? And finally, are you ready to turn what seems like small change into a substantial fortune? The truth is, coins like the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent have proven over and over that their market value can reach maximum dollar amounts unimaginable to most. They are a symbol of financial transformation, a tangible way to connect history with wealth, and a thrilling reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary opportunities are hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you pick up a penny, pause. Look closely. Could this coin be more than just a relic of your daily transactions? Could it be the one coin that transforms your financial story? Imagine this: you're casually flipping through a handful of pennies you've collected over the years, maybe some found in your couch cushions, maybe some tucked in an old jar on your shelf. Most of them are ordinary, forgettable. But then, your heart skips a beat, you notice something different. One penny stands out. It's a 2003 Lincoln 1 cent. No mint mark. An anomaly in an ocean of common coins. And in that instant, you realize, this is no ordinary penny. This could be worth a fortune, maybe even more than you ever dreamed. Could this tiny coin be the key to transforming your pocket change into a life of financial freedom? How do you sell old, rare coins like this? How do collectors value them? And most importantly, how much could this single penny be worth in today's market? The story of the 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent is not just about a coin. It's about opportunity. About spotting something extraordinary in what most people overlook. You see, in 2003, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies, the vast majority proudly bearing the familiar D or P mint mark. But due to a fascinating minting error, some coins were struck without any mint mark at all. This tiny anomaly instantly makes them highly desirable to collectors. Imagine walking into an auction and hearing someone say, "We have a 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny up for bidding." Suddenly, the room quiets, everyone leans in, and eyes light up. That's the power of rarity. That's why savvy collectors, and smart investors, are willing to pay top dollar for coins like this. But let me ask you, how often do ordinary people stumble across something this valuable in their own homes? How often does a small, seemingly insignificant coin have the potential to be worth thousands of dollars? Maybe you've thought, these coins are just change, they don't matter. And yet, hidden in plain sight, your next big financial breakthrough could literally be lying in your pocket. Isn't it exciting, and a little terrifying, that wealth can come in such unexpected forms? It's a classic reminder that fortune often favors the observant. Now, here's a little secret about coin collectors: they live for errors. A penny missing its mint mark isn't just a curiosity, it's a prized piece of history. And history, my friends, always has a price. You might be wondering, how do I know if my coin is genuine, or how do I sell old and rare coins safely in the US? The answer lies in understanding the market, knowing where to find trustworthy buyers, and being patient yet strategic. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and specialized coin dealers are all avenues that can turn your penny from something ordinary into something extraordinary. And with the right connections, the price could skyrocket. Pause for a moment. Imagine holding this penny in your hand and thinking, this small piece of copper could be worth more than my monthly rent, maybe even a small fortune. Your pulse quickens. Your mind races. Suddenly, mundane pocket change becomes a thrilling treasure hunt. And that's exactly what makes the 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so exciting. It's not just a coin, it's a tangible ticket to wealth, to opportunity, to stories you'll tell for years. How do you turn this discovery into reality? How do you transform a coin into actual dollars in your bank account? Let's take a step back and think about the bigger picture. The United States Mint doesn't just create coins, they create history. And errors like this one are rare flashes in that history, moments when the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Collectors and investors recognize these moments immediately. They understand that a coin missing its mint mark is not just rare, it's in demand. In fact, the scarcity combined with the Lincoln design's iconic appeal has made this coin a must-have for anyone serious about building a rare coin collection. And here's the kicker, demand is growing every year. Each auction, each sale, drives the price higher. So the question isn't just, is this coin valuable? It's, how fast can I act before someone else grabs this opportunity? Now, let's address the elephant in the room, fear. Some people hesitate. They think, what if it's just a regular penny? What if I make a mistake? That fear is natural, but here's the truth, knowledge is your antidote. By learning how to authenticate your coin, understanding grading standards, and knowing the channels to sell, you can turn hesitation into action. And in the world of rare coins, action is everything. Hesitation can mean missing out on tens of thousands of dollars, or more. Can you afford to wait while others cash in? Here's a humorous thought to reset your attention. Imagine telling your friends, I found $1 million coin in my pocket, and they laugh, until you actually sell it and deposit the check. That tiny coin that once jingled with your groceries now jingles with the sound of opportunity. It's proof that sometimes, the universe hides fortune in the most unexpected places. And for those of you who have jars of pennies tucked away, it's a wake-up call. You might be sitting on a goldmine without even realizing it. Let's talk strategy for a moment. How do you sell old, rare coins in the USA? First, consider grading your coin through a trusted professional service. Grading ensures authenticity and communicates value to buyers. Next, explore auction houses that specialize in rare coins, places where collectors are actively bidding. You might also consider online platforms, but be selective. Only trusted marketplaces can guarantee fair offers. And here's a tip that many newcomers overlook, timing matters. The market ebbs and flows, and selling during peak demand can make a huge difference. By understanding trends and demand, you can maximize what your coin is worth. Now, imagine connecting all the dots. You've discovered a 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. You've authenticated and graded it. You've chosen the perfect selling channel. And suddenly, what was once a simple coin becomes a story of wealth creation. From pocket change to auction triumphs, your journey mirrors the path of countless collectors who have turned humble pennies into fortunes. Ask yourself, are you ready to take that step? Are you ready to see what your coins are truly worth? And most importantly, how quickly can you turn potential into profit? Here's the thrilling part, these coins are in high demand. The collector's market is growing, and each rare penny is like a limited edition ticket. The scarcity drives competition, the excitement drives prices, and for the observant few, it opens the door to significant financial gains. Think about it, what other everyday object could provide this level of opportunity? And remember, while some people ignore pennies, the ones who pay attention can literally change their financial future, and let's not forget the emotional side. The excitement of discovery. The rush of knowing you hold something extraordinary. The satisfaction of turning a simple coin into a story of triumph. That's why so many people are drawn to rare coin collecting. It's not just about money. It's about empowerment, about seizing opportunity, about proving that with awareness and action, anyone can turn small beginnings into remarkable outcomes. Could this penny be your breakthrough? Could it be the start of a collection, or even a legacy, that others admire? We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating treasures of modern American coinage, the 2007 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny era. This isn't just any penny, it's a coin that whispers promises of wealth, excitement, and rare opportunities. Imagine holding a coin that collectors across the nation would fight for, a coin that could transform a simple moment of discovery into a story of fortune. What if that coin in your wallet, sitting quietly among your change, is worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars today? Yes, it's real, and today, we're uncovering exactly why. The story begins in 2007, a year that for most Americans was filled with ordinary change, dimes, nickels, and pennies flowing freely through cash registers. But hidden within the vast production of Lincoln 1-cent pennies, the United States Mint created something extraordinary. Among the millions of coins struck in Denver, a small batch emerged with a unique error, a mint mark anomaly that instantly caught the attention of sharp-eyed collectors. This was not just a misprint, it was an opportunity. An opportunity for you, sitting there watching, to understand the hidden potential of coins you might already own. But first, let me ask you, how often do we truly look at what's in our pockets? Could a casual glance at your spare change unlock a life-changing fortune? Let's rewind and understand the magic behind the Lincoln 1-cent penny. Abraham Lincoln, whose image has graced the penny since 1909, represents more than historical significance, he embodies enduring value. Over the decades, Lincoln pennies have become one of the most sought-after collectibles in the world. And the 2007 mint mark error is not just another coin, it's an anomaly that instantly sparks curiosity and competition. Imagine collectors at an auction, eyes widening as the coin is revealed, the bidding escalating with every second. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to watch a simple penny turn into a bidding war, with the final price far exceeding your expectations? That's the thrill, the fear of missing out, and the excitement of discovering something rare. Here's where it gets truly fascinating. Errors in coins are like hidden signatures of the minting process, imperfections that turn ordinary coins into highly desirable collectibles. The 2007 penny error may display doubled mint marks, off-center strikes, or other subtle variations. Each variation is like a fingerprint of rarity, ensuring that no two are exactly alike. And here's the kicker, these anomalies, though small, can dramatically increase a coin's value. Imagine holding a coin that might have been casually overlooked by millions of people, but in the right hands, becomes a treasure worth significant money. Wouldn't you want to know if your spare change hides such a secret? Now, let's talk urgency. The market for rare coins, especially those with unique errors, is highly competitive and moving fast. Collectors are constantly on the hunt, and coins like the 2007 mint mark Lincoln penny are in extremely high demand. Every day you delay, someone else might be buying the very coin you could have owned. How does it feel to think you could hold a coin worth thousands, yet it slips through your fingers because of hesitation? Fear of missing out is real, and in the world of rare coins, it's also profitable. Those who act quickly, who understand value and rarity, often find themselves reaping extraordinary rewards. But before you rush to empty your piggy bank, let's pause for a moment. How exactly do you identify a 2007 Lincoln penny error? It starts with attention to detail. Examine the coin's mint mark, look for anomalies, doubled strikes, or unusual shapes. Sometimes, the error is subtle, almost imperceptible, which is why many of these coins have been quietly tucked away in drawers, wallets, or jars for years. And here's the intriguing part. What looks like ordinary pocket change might actually be the key to extraordinary wealth. Can you see it? A coin sitting innocently on your desk could hold the secret to a financial windfall. Now, imagine this scenario, you take a casual afternoon to sort through old coins, and suddenly, your heart skips a beat. You spot a 2007 Lincoln penny with an unusual feature, an error that makes it stand out from every other penny. What's the first question that hits your mind? How much is this worth? Can I sell it? The excitement is tangible, but so is the need for strategy. Selling rare coins isn't just about walking into a store and asking for a price. There's an art, a method, and the right marketplace. Would you like to know the secrets top collectors use to turn rare coins into serious cash? First, consider the value of professional grading. A coin evaluated by experts not only confirms authenticity but dramatically increases its market value. Services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, provide certification that buyers trust, allowing you to command the highest price. Imagine your 2007 penny, now officially graded, standing out in an auction, collectors lining up, eager to bid, with numbers rising higher than you ever imagined. Can you picture it? From a small coin in your hand to a bidding frenzy in an auction room, the journey is exhilarating. Here's a humorous thought to reset your attention. If a coin could talk, this one would probably whisper, "I've been hiding millions under your nose." But beyond humor, there's a lesson here. Sometimes, the smallest objects in our lives carry the largest potential. Your coins are not just currency, they are keys to opportunity. The question is, are you ready to recognize and act on it? Let's explore how to sell old and rare coins strategically in the United States. High-value coins like the 2007 Lincoln penny era often fetch the best prices in auctions, whether online platforms or specialized coin shows. Understanding the market, timing your sale, and knowing the collector community is critical. Have you considered where your coin could achieve maximum exposure? Would you prefer an online auction reaching collectors nationwide, or a live auction with competitive bidding in front of an engaged audience? Each method has its advantages, but the goal is the same: securing the highest possible price for your treasure. Now, let's connect the dots. From pocket change to potentially life-altering wealth, the journey of a rare coin is one of discovery, strategy, and timing. The 2007 Lincoln penny era is more than metal, it is a story waiting to unfold, a narrative of rarity, demand, and value. How do you transform this coin into cash? By recognizing its uniqueness, authenticating it, and presenting it to collectors who understand its worth. Imagine the satisfaction of holding the coin, knowing its value is acknowledged and rewarded in the marketplace. Can you feel that excitement? The thrill of turning a simple penny into something that could change your financial landscape.